Welcome back to another episode of Rock Boys Football. A little 2-for-1 special for the Oklahoma Sooners, landing Andy Bass, 3-star athlete in the morning, and now coming back and landing 3-star safety Eli Bowen from Denton, Texas. You probably recognize the last name, the younger brother of the 5-star safety in the 2023 class, Peyton Bowen. And I'll start with this. If he is anything like his brother and what you're hearing from his older brother coming out of fall camp, this is a really good get for the Sooners. And I might remind you, it was coming down to Oklahoma and Texas, and the Sooners end up winning this recruiting battle, and they could be winning another big one on Saturday as well. We'll talk a little bit about that, but do want to get into Eli Bowen, who is a really gritty defender. Just watch this film. I think we're going to like what we see now. Before we get into it, just want to say thank you to you guys and the Oklahoma fans. I've had a blast talking the recruiting trail. I'm really excited for what this team's going to be like in 2023. So if you do enjoy the content, you want to support the boys, just consider subscribing to the channel. Again, can't thank you guys enough, especially the Oklahoma fans. It's been a team that we've had a blast talking about. So appreciate y'all rocking with the boys. And let's get into Eli Bowen. A little bit smaller than his older brother Peyton, but what he lacks in size, and that's probably why you're seeing the 3-star ranking, he really has a knack for finding the football. And you talk about forcing turnovers, a staple in the Brent Venables defense. I think Eli Bowen could be kind of a guy that could do some of those things for this Oklahoma defense. Diving into the film, you're going to see kind of a technician at the boundary cornerback spot. Now, he might play safety. He might play that nickel cornerback role in this Oklahoma defense. But what you do see is kind of a technician at the cornerback role. And there'll see a couple right here. I mean, not the greatest ball skills right here. Doesn't come back to the football and then somehow just finds the football. I mean, he's a magician. And I'll tell you this, that's not going to be the first time you're going to see this on his highlight tape. He has a knack for finding the football, for getting it out of the ball carrier's hands, for intercepting passes. And again, that is what you want in a defensive back, a guy that's going to find footballs, force turnovers. That's how you win football games at the next level. And Eli Bowen certainly has that ability. I think he's a really smooth mover too. You're going to see on the punt return, which is his older brother, did a lot of at Denton as well. Really smooth mover. You see it as a returner, make some people miss when he gets in space, just the change of direction. It's there. What I see is probably like a nickel defensive back. And what I'll say, kind of Michigan, my team, Michigan, has a nickel defender in Mikey Sandstrel, who's a very similar size, right? A little bit undersized, but reminds me a lot of Mikey Sandstrel in the terms of just, I mean, a gritty defender that finds the football. And whenever there's a play to be made, it does seem like Eli Bowen is making those plays like Mikey Sandstrel does for Michigan. This is a massive part of this Michigan defense. Continuing to roll the film, you're going to see him again come down from the backside of this play, an effort play all the way. And all of a sudden, like you see him emerge with the football again. And then he gets out in space and you see the Jets. I mean, he does have a good track background, but you go back to this play. One, you love seeing the hustle, right? I'm out of the play. I'm going to make myself involved in this play. And I'm going to go find the football. You countless times, those strip tackles that can just go the other way, take an explosive way away from that team, give your team an explosive play. Those are massive. And I don't have a great understanding of how he does it. But when you have a guy that can just find the football like Eli Bowen does, I mean, I really, really like his game. You're going to see here, and this is the kind of the technician portion of it, like a little bit undersized. Teams are going to want to stretch the field on him a little bit. He just squeezes this wide receiver right to the boundary and kind of shields him off, uses his body. Really, really good foot speed. Does it again here. Bigger wide receiver. They're going to try to get vertical on him. Squeezes that defender right to the boundary. That is kind of exactly what you want to see in a cornerback. And I feel like Eli Bowen just kind of shows that all over the field again, turns his head around, finds the football, makes a play. Playmaker, technician in the back end, a versatile guy, could play safety, could play nickel. I mean, I don't know if he'll play boundary corner with his size, but he plays bigger than he is, which is something that you really like to see. Really, really smart, sees the end around. I'm going to go make a tackle in open space. This, again, like what he lacks, I mean, like Peyton Bowen was truly like a special athlete and had that awareness skills. And that's something we talked about Peyton Bowen all summer when we dove back into his film is Peyton Bowen's a guy that just understands the game, and then he combines it with elite athleticism. Now, Eli Bowen, a little bit more undersized, probably not quite the athlete of his older brother Peyton, but in terms of the football IQ, I think it's really off the charts. Again, you're going to see an end around. He's going to stay home. Then when it's time to fire downhill, make a tackle in space, save a touchdown. I mean, a sure tackler, wraps up, brings the ball carrier to the ground. this is a sneaky good get. I mean, not so sneaky because of his older brother. Tough, physical, gritty guy you see there, fighting through a block, making a play. I like his game. I like his ability to come up, tackle, fly around the field. For the Sooners, I mean, like, I think they got a really good one in Eli. You trust the bloodlines. You trust the brotherhood. Getting another Bowen in their locker room cannot hurt this Oklahoma team. Good get for the Sooners. Wanted to hop on, give you guys my thoughts again. Appreciate you guys rocking with the boys. If you do enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel. We'll keep this one short, and we'll talk to y'all later.